Okay, I want to make a short little video on this backpack blower rack that I made. So I have a BR600 backpack blower, and I wanted to be able to mount it on my trailer securely without paying 350 bucks for one that's already pre-made. So what I did is I just took some angle iron with some decently tall sides. I think these are 2.5s. Made the square out of the platform. I just measured the base of this thing and extended it out 1/2 inch. Cut this little groove down on the side to get around the fuel tank. Put a piece of rebar back here to hold these two uprights from flopping around, and then added some 1-inch square tubing to hold the arm up in there. It also locks. I added on this little piece here so I can bring this down as it's sitting in there, line up the hole, and I can lock it in there. The way that I have it bolted down is just simply 2 bolts through the rail of the trailer, and then one right here through the fender. I would do another one here, but with where I mounted it so far up, there was too big of a gap. And I couldn't mount it on the passenger side because this came out too far. It was hitting the bottom weed eater, and I couldn't slide it down any farther because of my gate assist. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in there, throw the lock on, and show you what it looks like then. So as you can see, the lock is now on. So this here isn't gonna move. The only way that somebody could get it out is they'd have to undo the bolt here and the bolt here to get this whole arm off, but it's just a deterrent thing. But it holds it in there pretty well. I don't think that this here is gonna fall off or anything as you're driving, because we got it big enough here. I think this was from end to end, maybe 6.5, 7 inches. But it's a little bit harder to get it in there than one of the other ones, but this here isn't too bad. It's better than the original one that I had would just hook onto here and lock it. As you can see, I JB welded it because it started to crack because being held up by the handle isn't good for it. So that's the end of this one. Hopefully this will give you some inspiration to potentially build your own and save some money. I had all this steel just laying around, so it didn't actually cost me anything. Had all the bolts, had the lock, so this cost me maybe a little bit of paint, and this color is Allis-Chalmers orange. Same thing I painted the weed eater rack and this over here with, so now it actually looks pretty good. But normally one of these costs like 350, 400 bucks, so I didn't want to spend that much. If you have any tips on how this could have been improved other than the welds itself, which are pretty bad, let me know down in the comments, but I will see you in the next video.